What happens when your mega-million-dollar deal turns from blockbuster splash to box office flop, and your life becomes the cleanup crew's job? Imagine signing a $100 million contract with a streaming giant, promised magazine cover glamour, worldwide fame, and endless red carpet praise. Now imagine that same deal unraveled in months. Shows bombing, critics roasting your every scene, and suddenly the money stops coming. Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. That's allegedly the world facing Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Reports say their once lavish agreement with Netflix is dead, and insiders whisper the platform may even be demanding tens of millions back. So the big question, where does a couple go when the spotlight goes out? Some say she's headed to Dubai. A last-minute escape from contracts, critics, and cash crunch whispers. Stick around, because this story isn't just about fame. It's about survival, reinvention, and what happens when privilege meets public failure. Back in 2020, amid all the Megxit buzz and post-royal reinvention chatter, Meghan and Harry landed what looked like the ultimate second act, a multi-year content deal with Netflix. The deal was reportedly worth around $100 million. A fortune meant to turn their brand into media royalty. Their first big release, the docuseries Harry and Meghan, exploded in popularity. Within days, it became one of Netflix's most-watched documentary launches ever. For a moment, it felt like the world was ready to rewrite the royal narrative in their favor. It was a moment of triumph, the promise of new beginnings, a chance to reshape public perception far beyond palace gates. For Meghan and Harry, this seemed like the proof. Royal pedigree plus modern media equals unstoppable success. But as the saying goes, what rises fast can fall even faster. Their initial win felt huge, but that first hit was followed by silence. Or worse, indifference. Subsequent projects failed to capture the same lightning-in-a-bottle magic. The lifestyle series with Love, Meghan, meant to showcase Meghan's personality, taste, and charm, launched to lukewarm reception. In the first half of 2025, it recorded about 5.3 million views globally. Despite a top 10 debut in a few countries, the long-term metrics were disappointing. Even worse, the docuseries Polo, Prince Harry's passion project, reportedly flopped hard. It attracted only around 500,000 viewers in months, ranking low among thousands of other shows. Critics were harsh. Some labeled the lifestyle show an exercise in pretentious comfort TV, while others ripped Polo as a boring indulgence about privileged lives no longer tied to public fascination. What's worse? Insiders now claim Netflix sees what was once a high flyer as an expensive failure. The once lauded production deal, sealed with headlines and hope, was quietly being allowed to expire. Forbes Africa. Suddenly, the royal brand of Meghan and Harry, once perceived as shimmering modern royalty, was being re-evaluated as a commercial misfire. Curious? You should be. Because when the spotlight dims, even the brightest names scramble to stay relevant. In July 2025, news broke. Netflix will not renew the Sussex's multi-year deal after it expires in September. Sources described the decision as amicable, but make no mistake, this kind of amicable silence is often louder than a scandal. Here's what we know. Their first show hit big. Everything afterward underperformed or underdelivered. The streamer likely realized the investment, both money and brand risk, wasn't paying off. And now, the money dries up. One insider said Netflix may even try to recoup some of its investment, partly through merchandising efforts tied to Meghan's lifestyle. That's a dramatic turn, from royal creatives to media debtors. If you thought streaming platforms were comfortable cash cows, think again. So why Dubai? Well, if you were in their shoes and the world you built was collapsing, would you head to the public eye or the shadows? Dubai offers something few places do: distance, privacy, and reinvention. It's where the ultra-wealthy fade into anonymity, where cameras don't swarm palace gates, and where a low profile can be the sharpest defense. For a couple whose brand just took a massive financial blow, losing a $100 million deal, underperforming shows, and public criticism, Dubai offers a soft landing. No media vultures circling, no Netflix execs asking for numbers. Just calm, quiet, and maybe a chance to rebuild. Could it be a coincidence? Possibly. But when contracts collapse and reputations wobble, escaping to Dubai isn't the worst idea. Let's address the elephant in the room. There is no confirmed public reporting that Netflix has formally demanded $120 million from Meghan and Harry. Mainstream outlets that track entertainment deals say the contract will simply end without renewal. But whispers are swirling. Some royal experts cited in tabloids claim that since the Sussex's projects underperformed, Netflix might try to claw back part of their investment, possibly via product sales tied to the couple's lifestyle brand. Here's the thing. In the world of Hollywood and royalty, whisper almost counts as news. And when financial stakes and reputations are high, rumors tend to gain traction fast. So while you won't find a legal filing demanding $120 million, you might find dinner table conversations in Hollywood boardrooms, media gossip columns, and social media threads, speculating if this is how royal dreams end. Behind the Netflix numbers and tabloid buzz, there is a very real human reality. A reality full of pressure, critique, and the weight of public expectation. Meghan, once celebrated as a modern royal icon, now faces harsh reviews and dismissive headlines. Harry, whose earlier docuseries recorded soaring numbers, now sees his passion project noted for lackluster performance and low interest. Their brand, once considered untouchable, now struggles to stay relevant. It's a reminder that even royalty isn't immune to public failure, that even the most polished deals can crumble under the weight of expectation, and that fame, for all its glamour, demands constant reinvention that's costly, exhausting, and sometimes unrewarding. Could this be their wake-up call, or the beginning of a deeper downward spiral? What now? Possible paths forward, reinvention, or retreat. So if Dubai is where they go, what comes next? Pivot to product-based revenue. Some insiders believe Netflix may lean on Meghan's lifestyle brand, as ever, to recover investment. If merch sales pick up, it could soften the blow. Non-exclusive content deals, instead of big-ticket exclusivity, maybe smaller deals with other platforms or media outlets. Low-profile philanthropy or private life, retreating from the spotlight, focusing on family or charitable work. Distance equals de-escalation. New narrative launch. Reinvent themselves, maybe outside streaming. Books, podcasts, lifestyle branding, even fashion. After all, reinvention is part of celebrity survival. But none of those paths are guaranteed. Without the power of Netflix's global platform, rebuilding a brand of their scale won't be easy. And for people used to myths and limelight, ordinary might feel like exile. This is the heart of the matter. Because the story of Meghan and Harry isn't just about a failed Netflix deal. It's a test case for modern royalty, for the idea that celebrity plus streaming plus royal legacy equals power. If their fall from streaming grace ends in Dubai, distanced, reclusive, rewritten, what does that say about the value of royal brand in 2025? About the fickleness of fame? About the harsh reality that in today's entertainment economy, even royal blood doesn't guarantee success. Will they bounce back, reinvent, rebrand, rise again? Or will this be the final curtain call on a chapter that once promised so much? Consider it. What would you do if everything you built collapsed overnight? Would you stay and fight, or disappear until the storm passes? Fame and fortune can vanish faster than they arrive. Success built on hype needs substance to last. Diversify your income streams. Whether you're a royal or a regular person, relying on one big deal is risky business. Reinvention is hard, but sometimes necessary. Setbacks aren't failure if you learn and adapt. Sometimes, retreat isn't defeat. It might just be the calm before a stronger comeback. If you've ever chased a big dream, this story should give you pause and maybe motivation. Because if royalty can get knocked down, so can any of us. What matters is how we rise.